Hi, Deepa Rani Shekar from Transform Life Programs. Love and Light. Today I'm going to talk about exams. Easy exams, tough exams. I know exams are always dense. Before we delve into this dense energy, let me talk of someone who is outstanding in his life's exams. Whom am I talking about? Karambir Kang, the GM of Taj, Mumbai. Well, the terror attack on 26/11 has left an unerasable mark, an unerasable wound on all of us. And this man bore the biggest brunt of it. Well, before we go to that part of pain, he and his staff, they did all that they could. They did their best to see that they could safely take the guests out. They could see that they were all evacuated safely. Normally, people run away, but none of the staff at Taj, Mumbai, ran away. They were there holding ground till the end. And why this particular person is mentioned specially is he lost his 2 children and his wife. Still, he continued to hold ground and evacuate people to safety. Even he did not grieve at that moment because his duty came first. And how could this happen? The psychologists say that that is because of the recruitment policy of Taj. So what is the recruitment policy of Taj? They did not hire MBAs with fancy degrees. They did not hire toppers from the cities. They went to small towns and picked people who respected their elders, their parents, who stood strong during testing times. And they chose people by talking to their teachers, by talking to their neighbors. They did not go by their marks. And the result is they stood tall and made the country proud, their organization, of course, proud. Yes, Ratan Tata, we have to salute the man for the contribution he is to our country, the values he has imbibed. So these people he chose were not MBAs or the toppers of big universities from big cities. They were all from small towns. And we do not know about the exemplary performance of them in their exams. So they were practically grounded. I can give you one more example. The army doesn't go by the marks alone. How much of stress can a person withstand? How can they stand ground despite all adversities? Their mental strength is what the government sees when, the army sees when recruiting people for the army. And we know they are such a fine organization. If I'm talking here today and if you're looking into this video, it is because the army is keeping you and I safe. Isn't it so? So when you look at the toppers, the bureaucrats, there is so many red tapeism. I know it's not totally their fault, but how many of them are able to make a breakthrough, right? Unlike the army, unlike these people at Taj who deserve our appreciation and gratitude, not just today, every day. So then, why are we worried so much about exams? Exams are just one part of our life. It should not be the ultimate deciding factor. This video does not go just to students who are facing exams, but also to parents where they push their children too much. So this video goes out to children, and the next video will be devoted to parents. So students, what have you got to do? First, analyze what kind of fear you have. Before that, know that exam is not ultimate. Success in exam is very small compared to success in life. And know that happiness does not come from success alone. If you're happy, success comes. If you're successful, happiness doesn't come. So be aware of that. So the first thing I would like to tell you is know what kind of a person you are. What is your exam pattern? What do I mean when I say exam pattern? So sometimes we have the pattern of getting up early and studying. Some of us study late in the night. Some of us study in small breaks. Some of us sit and study the whole time. So understand your pattern of studies and plan a bit for your exams. Point number one, plan, because when you know the kind of person you are, some people have to read it again and again to get that into that rote learning. Some people just one glance they know. So know what kind of a learner you are and plan accordingly. If you need more time to go over it and revise over it, don't put everything till the end. Put away everything till the end. Plan and start studying. And as much as possible, attempt to stick to your plan. And you plan it so that you know it better. Don't allow somebody else plan it for you. And then when you're studying, take regular breaks. If you're studying for too long, you need a pit stop. Even in the Grand Prix, people take that pit stop to see that the nuts and bolts are tight, the fuel is filled, to check the car is ready to race again, speed again. So kindle that fire in you. Take breaks while studying. The break could be just a nice stretch. It could be a snack break. It could be a quick call. It could just be hugging your mom and coming back. It could be just taking a walk down the lane and coming back. It could be anything. But when you are logging into your social media, just be aware, because the quick break might not end as a quick break. It can go on stretching far beyond the lane, and by the time you realize, the whole day will be gone sometimes. So if you're really logging into the social media, be sure to log off within the next 10-20 minutes, at least during exams. Exercise and get outdoors. Even for 10 minutes, it's okay. Because if you do not fuel your body with energy, you cannot fuel your brain with energy. Know that. And the next point will be, start early. Okay, if tomorrow you have exam, you can't start today. And then the next point is, learn techniques of focus. Techniques of focus. One of the techniques is, just put a blue dot here, a blue dot with a sketch pen. Okay, just here. Okay, I'm using a ball pen to show you, but use a sketch pen, please. So put a blue dot on both your index fingers, and this should happen when you are sitting in the light, either the tube light or the sunlight. Sunlight, you need not go outdoors, inside, even when you're indoors. So that helps you focus better. That helps you remember better. So that is something you can do. So when you know that you need more time, you will plan accordingly. Are you the early morning person? Are you the person who will sit for a long time? That is something you have to figure out and create an optimum learning environment. So figure out what kind of learning environment you require. Is it absolute quiet you require? Is it that you require some music in the background? Don't go to what others' experiences are. Some people might say, if there is music, I get distracted. Some people use music to muffle the other sounds which come periodically. For some people, music can be soothing and motivating. So figure out what kind of person you are and what environment you like to sit. And then make it a habit to sit and eat with your family. If you're eating and gobbling up food, it's not assimilated well. So when your body is not assimilating well, your brain also doesn't assimilate well. And when your eyes feel strained, just cup your palms and open and blink your eyes in total darkness for 10 to 20 times. That will soothe your eyes. Or just warm your handkerchief or any clean cloth, puff it with your hot breath and put it to your eyes. That will soothe your eyes if you have been studying for long and if your eyes are strained. and be sure to get a good night's sleep. If you think you sleep deprived, if you think you can skip your sleep and keep on studying, it doesn't work. This is a very, very important point. Do not get sleep deprived. And the next point is, please avoid digital distractions, because they suck you like a quicksand. Okay, they suck you like a quicksand. You never know when you will be totally inside. Okay, and always make sure that you are motivated. And when you feel the stress, the worry that you might not be able to pass through this exam, just tell yourself it's okay. It's not the end of the world, and this is not the only chance. You can always come back and write the exam again. So when you have that stress level comes down, when the stress levels are low, it's easier for you to focus and study. Okay, so be sure to do this, and do not compare yourself with others. Okay, and never think what the other person could do, you could not do, or you could do better. Never compare, because each person is different. If someone says, I just study once and I remember it all, maybe you need to study 3 times, or maybe you need to write it down. Maybe you need to listen to it when somebody is reading. Maybe you need to do it pictorially. Have your own method. Do not compare yourself. And people might frighten you. Oh, this is how it has to be. Oh, that is how it is. Don't worry. You have your own method. And even if it doesn't give you that high notch, it's still okay. Okay. Finally, we are all rats in the rat race. And if you really have to carve something special, a special niche for yourself, focus on your strengths. Exam is one part of you. It's not the whole. So if you have been doing no exam schools, just understand this is something new, and it is not something terrible. Okay, it's okay to start anytime, and it's not going to put you down or do anything. It's just one other project. Treat your exam like it's just one other project. So hope to see you again. The next video will be a tip for parents. Thank you. Good luck for all your exams. Stay safe. Love and light. Deepa, Rani, Shekar.